So President Trump is expected to leave tomorrow, headed for the Middle East, where he will officially sign off on the ceasefire deal between Israel and Hamas. His Middle East special envoy, Steve Witkoff, addressed that huge crowd in Tel Aviv's Hostages Square, as it's known, a little more than an hour ago.
Thank you. To President Donald J. Trump, a man who is a humanitarian through and through, with the indomitable spirit, who once again proved that bold leadership and moral clarity can reshape history and change the world.
Madeline Rivera is outside the White House with the latest for us. Madeline.
Hi, good afternoon, John. Well, the president is looking to close in on a goal that's eluded him since he took office, which is the end of the war in Gaza. Like Jennifer mentioned, there are still some challenges ahead, including what Gaza's future looks like. But the president, for now, is taking a victory lap as the first phase of this peace deal takes hold, which is this initial ceasefire agreement. The president said yesterday that some of the bodies of the hostages are now being recovered. Senior administration officials say there were several factors that led to this breakthrough, not the least of which was that Israeli strike on Hamas leaders in Qatar last month that prompted the president to play hardball with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. One Democratic congressman points to Israel's military victories in the region, too.
There's also some things that have happened in the Middle East that will also be part of that legacy, which is there's no more Hezbollah, the Houthis have been decimated, and the Iranian regime has taken a significant hit. And Israel has established itself as the supreme military power in the region.
As the president looks to close the war in the Middle East, the war in Ukraine continues to rage on. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky spoke to the president on the phone today. Zelensky tells our Jackie Heinrich in an exclusive interview for the Sunday briefing he hopes the president will be able to mirror what he did in the Middle East.
I think this is real success. And of course, it gives signals for us and hope that with such pressure, what President Trump used in Middle East to make peace, and I hope that he will use the same instruments even more to pressure Putin to stop his war in Ukraine.
On to another international development, the president announcing a 100% tariff on China on top of the 30% existing tariffs. The move is in response to the export controls that China imposed on rare earth minerals. The new tariffs are expected to take effect November 1st or sooner, depending on what else China does. The president indicated he may also cancel a planned meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping at a summit with Asian countries later this month, John.
All right, Madeline Rivera, lots of developments there at the White House. Madeline, thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.